Hello traders, and welcome to another educational video brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, this is the Friday wrap-up as we come to the end of the week, May 10th, 2014. The trading markets are now closed. This video is brought to you after the close of the markets. And traders, I am coming to you from sunny Pattaya, Thailand. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William K. Gilday, and I'm a Forex trader from the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a 27-year career in the great state of Florida and moved to Thailand, where I am currently residing from the sunny, warm, and hot beaches. All right, traders, we bring this to you every Friday at the end of the trading week. We have many pairs to go over today, so let's keep moving. Traders, let's go over the legal stuff. Traders, this is our risk disclaimer. Please remember that Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, if you are trading your mortgage money, please sit back and reconsider and maybe go to a demo account. And for more details on that, you can go to fxclearing.com and come visit us and take a look at your options. Traders, let's move on and let's talk a little bit. Let's go to the week fundamentals. Okay, just a little commentary on this week. This week started off very slowly. Remember, Monday was a UK holiday, and to my surprise, I was really amazed how much loss of volatility there was when the UK was not in the market in the London session. You want to talk about watching paint dry in the currency charts? That's what it was. It was not fun. New York came into play, and again, the markets really did not move at all. Very, very slow Monday. Tuesday continued the same mode. Very slow, very lackluster, sort of like the Monday that we were looking at. And this was a post-NFP sort of mode that we see all the time, where you have a big NFP number and the next trading day is usually very lackluster and slow. Okay, towards the end of the week, if you remember, ECB President Draghi spoke, and extremely dovish. They are going to end up printing money, however you want to look at it, whatever you want to call it, buying bonds, selling bonds, you know, whatever they want to call it. It's basically they're going to print more money, and it's going to devalue the euro. When he did that on Thursday, he was very blunt in his comments, and the market took it to heart. And the market absolutely sold off the euro big time. Now remember, the euro has been very, very bullish over the last month. And now it absolutely turned around and came to the other side. FOMC Chairwoman Yellen spoke out of the United States, and she basically is stating what she stated all along. They'll do what they have to do. If they are going to continue with the tapering, we don't see that stopping, and by the first quarter of 2015, that should come to a complete stop. However, she is saying that if there's a sector that needs stimulus, the Fed will step in and do what is necessary to protect that sector. So basically, nothing new out of Fed Chairman Yellen from the United States. All right, traders, let's go over and look at some charts. We're going to go over several charts. We're going to do them pretty quickly because I have a lot. I think I have 7 slides of charts, and we're going to go over and we're just going to go over some different time frames and take a look at how the market reacted to some of the news data and how we closed the week out. Traders, this is the euro dollar on the 1-hour chart. Remember, this is taken approximately 2 hours ago when I took this slide. So we're looking at New York time we're looking at 7 p.m. So the markets have been closed for a couple of hours, and look at the sell-off. The euro just continued to sell off. It sold off on Thursday and just continued into Friday's trading and absolutely sold off. Still on this 1 hour chart, way below the 200 exponential moving average. And look at your MACD, very, very bearish, below the zero line. Doesn't look like any sign of relief in this pair. And this probably will move on into next week. Traders, this is the USD CHF, and this is the 1 hour chart also. Now, what is the problem with this, traders? Well, we know that the euro dollar and the dollar Swiss are correlated. So when one pair is going in one direction, the other pair should be going in the other direction. And traders, we do not see that at all. We see absolutely the same pattern, the same sell-off, the same aggressive bearish markets on both these pairs. However, look at this 1 hour chart and look at those Bollinger Bands absolutely curled in. So at the end of the New York market, no volatility. The Bollinger Bands curled in. They're basically looking eye to eye at each other. Even the center Bollinger Band, being a 20 simple moving average, is pointing straight down. The only thing that gives us some hope that this might come up is that the histogram in the MACD is starting to work its way back up to the MACD. All right, traders, let's go take a look at my friend and your friend, the Great British Pound. Has this been the ATM machine of the last 8 weeks? Absolutely. This has been a pleasure to trade the pound, but look at this 1 hour chart. It is also a pleasure to look at. It continues in the bullish trend, and it is not giving way. It is just continuing and continuing to hit higher highs and higher lows, not giving up. Take a look at that MACD on the bottom of the chart, traders. That thing is screaming to the upside, and I would expect this to continue throughout next week. I don't see any stopping this pair from going bullish and taking long trades in the week to come. All right, traders, let's take a look at another one of my favorite pairs, and that is the Euro-Aussie 15-minute chart. The Aussie, remember, well, I guess it was about 10 trading days ago, the Aussie came very weak. Well, wow, did it turn around. Look at this, traders. The Aussie is very strong. This trade gave you 2 opportunities to get in this trade, and it has worked its way out. We set this trade up at the end of the week, and this is just moving. Came up to our area that we wanted to take the short, and away she went. Down, 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 down. With this trade, the only issue was you had to get in before the second fib. So you had to be aggressive in getting into this trade. You basically had to take it off that support below the 618 fib, and you had to get in short there. Okay, but look at the MACD histogram down below the zero line, big time, and looks like it's going to also continue as we get bad news out of the Eurozone. Traders, let's take a look at another pair. This is our Euro Yen. Performed very well yesterday and absolutely was a pleasure to watch. I did not get in this trade. I missed it, to be honest with you, but this was a nice sell-off out of the Euro Yen. Again, all due to Draghi's statement, and it's going to hang out there for several more days. And I think up until Wednesday of next week, we're just going to continue to see the Euro being bearish. But this was a really nice trade throughout the week. Traders, we bought 2 pairs into our arsenal this week, 2 new ones. And the main reason we brought these pairs into our arsenal was the amount of pips that this pair trades on a weekly basis, over 100 pips. Traders, this is the Pound Aussie 15-minute chart. We set this trade up yesterday in the market open preview, which comes out before the London Open. And look at this, traders. This worked out fine. We gave you 2 setup opportunities here. One is the range that we set up, and you can see that by our white box. That was our range, and I said, if this closes below that range, wait for a retest and take it to the short side. Guess what happened, traders? It went to the downside, did not give you a retest, and remember what I said, that the pound very rarely is nice enough to give you the retest. And if you have to, take it short using your range as your stop loss, and your stop would be above that blue line right at the bottom of the white box. This trade worked out beautifully on this 15-minute chart and did exactly what we wanted it to do. If it would have come up in the range, we were looking to put the stop above the 200 exponential moving average, which is the green line, and this trade really worked out kind of nice. Now the issue is we have the pound and the Aussie, and we're looking at strong versus strong. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be so eager to jump into this trade come the next Asia session. We'll have to see how this works out and see what the Aussie is doing. All right, let's go over to our last currency pair that we're going to look at this week. This is the Euro New Zealand. This trade continued bearish, didn't work out the way we were hoping it would. It did continue to the downside. You had to be pretty aggressive in getting into this trade. Traders, I'd be totally honest with you, I don't think I would have entered the trade, even though it did work. I don't think I would have entered into this trade. It just was slow, and I don't know. I just didn't have a good gut feeling, and I basically didn't look at the trade most of the second half of the trading day. I didn't even look at it in New York. So it did sell off in New York. As you can see, the last 4 hours, it did sell, 3 hours, it did sell off in New York and then came back up again the last hour and a half. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And now we have a red candle at the end of the New York trading day. And it's kind of interesting to see how that was. This could be profit taking also. So we might see the continuation of this bearish move into Monday and Tuesday. Traders, I would like to thank you for joining me on the Friday wrap-up. And on behalf of myself and FXCL Excellence in Trading, we thank you for another great trading week, and we will see you at the beginning of the week for the Market Open Preview, brought to you every day before the London Open. Traders, have a great weekend, and please trade safe and trade smart. Bye-bye.